My name is Pastor Benedicta OLAGUNJU. I'm a mother of 3 children and I'm married to Pastor Baby OLAGUNJU. We both pastor a church in the northwest London, and the name of the church is Focus International Christian Center. I've written 3 books by the grace of God. Ask Volume 1 was inspired when I was in need of a desire, which God wrote through me, and it's sold out at the moment. Ask Volume 1. And then before the second volume was written, God laid it in my spirit to write a book titled Accusers, for the people of God to live above their past and bend their condemnations. And the book is all about people who are haunted by past errors that probably have unfortunately plunked into. The book is for people who have been trapped by the illusory shadows of their past, and sometimes people still stagger from the push of yesterday. They stagger from the push of the past, of their past mistakes, and this book is really for them. And sometimes people go through flashbacks of yesterday, flashback of the past. One of the reasons why I wrote this book is for them to live above those flashbacks, and maybe they've lived or they've gone through situations whereby they found themselves in a shameful situation, and they are constantly being accused, or they're accusing themselves about the shame they found themselves. And if the shame or whether whatever they have gone through is bringing them pain, or probably is bringing them tears, one of the reasons why I wrote this book is for them to live above their past and bend those condemnations. And at the back of this book, I wrote something there that people may presently be in a situation where they feel tormented by the accusations and judgments and judgmental behavior of people in their lives. And I said the accusers and the accusations seem to have one over you when you consider your present circumstances. Accusers, like I said in this book, is that they only offer a detrimental contribution to one's life, and the time to stop the negative effects of the accusation is now. It's nothing to be put forward, it's nothing to be pushed. This is the book, and it can be found on Amazon. It's on Amazon, and there is a number inside the book as well if you want to contact me directly. But this book is almost sold out. I've only got a few left. And this book, titled Ask Volume 2, like I said, Volume 1 is sold out, and this is Volume 2. And this was written after where Accusers, prayers for every day, prayers for everywhere. And this book has actually blessed many people. In this book, I've got through life story of a lady who had HIV, and God healed her. Is an anonymized story, true life story of how God can take one from a situation of infirmity to healing. And I've got other true life stories of how God restored people, restored his people. My own true life story is in this book as well. When some of my family members were dying after the exit of my father in 2002, one after the other they were dying. So I rose up, just like in the days of Deborah. Deborah said in the book of Judges chapter 5 verse 7, that until Deborah arose. I rose up as Deborah of my time, of my household, to battle with the devil, to put a stop to the spirit of death that was looming over every other family members. And to God be the glory. God put a storm God put a stop to the storm. God put an end to the spirit of death in my family, and the story of how God helped me to break that curse, because I believe it was a generational curse. I believe it was a curse that maybe came from somewhere, but God in His mercy helped me through prayers and through waiting on the Lord with praying and fasting, broke that curse. And today I'm a living testimony. This book has blessed so many all over the world, just like volume 1. Volume 2 is almost gone as well, but I've still got some copies left, and this can be found on Amazon. And like I said, this prayer book and storybook includes testimonies of people whose prayers God has answered. And just before I celebrated my 50 years, my golden jubilee, almost 3 years ago, God inspired me to release 2 CDs. This is Desire and His Voice of Inspirations and Decrees for Breaking New Grounds. Maybe you're tired of doing the same thing over and over again and you want to break into new grounds. Listening to this CD will inspire you, will motivate you with prayers, prophetic declarations, and some reflections. Actually, reflections are also included. As we all know, everything in us starts with a desire. We all have a desire, and God is faithful to grant all our desires if we delight ourselves in Him. And this is a CD which actually was taken from my book, where you're Accusers. So you can't be driving, probably you don't have the time to read the book, or you can't find it anymore on Amazon. You have the opportunity of having it on the go as you drive. Maybe you're in your kitchen, you want to drive, you want to listen to the reflections. There are reflections, there are stories. The story of the woman that was caught in the act, how God restored this woman, how God raised her up, how God delivered her from her past, and she was able to be in her condemnations, and she could not even find her accusers anymore. It's a very, very powerful CD. It includes prayer points, very powerful prayer points as well. It's a voice of inspiration and pronouncements to rise above accusations. We live in a world of so many accusations, false accusations, wicked accusations, a lot of criticism. You can bend them, you can live above them, but you need to listen to this. This will inspire you, it will motivate you, it will make something rise up within you to be determined that you will no longer listen to your accusers anymore. For these 2 CDs, they're not on Amazon, but there are numbers there. The first number is actually the one that is valid. If you want copies of this book, of this CD, sorry, the first number, the number you can get these CDs from is 07951 408 581. 07951 408 581. You can also contact me for counseling, mediation. I'm an accredited mediator. You can contact me for counseling, mediation, mentoring, and speaking engagement. Thank you.